Let's make sure this is good. Settings, microphone.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are so back. We have a huge matchup tonight in the Concacaf Champions Cup, leg 2 of LAFC versus Alajuelense, to see who's going to advance to the round of 8 in the Concacaf Champions Cup. Hope you guys are having a great night. Welcome to MLS Moves, presented by FanDuel, our proud sponsor of the show. Huge game tonight, like I just mentioned. We'll talk a little bit about what your score predictions are because the game should be starting pretty shortly. But before we get into that, guys, please make sure you give us a like down below. If you haven't already, smash the like button. It helps us out. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Huge matchup tonight. And this is going to be the first night of our watch-alongs. Tomorrow night, we're going to be doing Inter Miami versus Nashville. And then we're going to be doing San Diego versus Toluca. We're going to be doing 2 watch-alongs tomorrow night. So we got a huge, huge week coming up. So you guys aren't going to want to miss any of that stuff. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell notification so you don't miss any of our videos. So I'm curious, guys, what do you think the score is going to be? It's 1-1 on aggregate. If it ends tonight in a draw, 0-0, like no one scores tonight, then LAFC would lose. Alajuelense would advance to the next round of the Concacaf Champions Cup. So there is a lot at stake tonight for LAFC, and they're going to have to score tonight or it's over. Their Concacaf Champions Cup run is over tonight if they don't score, and they're running back the same lineup. They have switched Son Heung-min to a 10, which I didn't do any watch-alongs this weekend to talk about this. I took a break. I haven't posted a video since last Wednesday. It's been a nice little break, and we're ready. We're refreshed. We're good to go to do this Champions Cup, huge Champions Cup week. But they have switched Son Heung-min to a 10, which I'm curious how that's going to work. They've got Nathan Ordaz playing as the striker. They got Denis Bouanga on the left side, Tillman on the right side, which is absolutely horrible. Malik, no skills. Tillman should not be on the right wing. He has no skills, obviously. He's not a playmaker. He's not a winger. He needs to be in the midfield playing in Delgado's position. But here we are. He's playing on the right wing. We'll see. Not the lineup I would have put out. Palencia is back. Segura is in the attack. We'll see how this attack fares tonight. But there's pressure on LAFC. A lot of pressure. Now, they should win this game. And we'll get the predictions here in a second. They should win this game. They should have won last game if we're basing it off talent. They should have won. But here they are. They find themselves in this predicament. They have to score a goal tonight to win in advance. It's 1-1 on aggregate. And this is not the lineup I personally would have thrown out there to try to win this game. But I could be wrong. Now, they should win this game if it's a talent versus talent contest. LAFC should win this hands down, no question about it. But we'll see. I mean, they're having to travel all the way to Costa Rica. I don't know what the distance is between these two, between LA and the city. Let's see, Alajuela. I think that's the city name. Either way, it's a pretty good distance. I'm not sure how much that's going to affect LAFC. This is the longest trip they've had to make so far this year, but we'll see what happens. Let's see. SPH says what it's gonna be 7 games without a goal. Are you talking about Son Heung-min? Are you? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm curious to see how he does as a 10 tonight. Hi, Will. Hi, Chad. Off work. I thought I'd join you. Appreciate you for stopping by, Mr. He says he thinks it's going to be 2-0 tonight. Alajuelense will try to cling on for dear life, trying to get that 0-0. CONCACAF really needs to drop the away goal rule. That is true. I do agree. Surprised that has not happened yet. But yes, LAFC have a lot of pressure on them tonight. They do. That's a fact. And everybody wants to glaze how they've been doing in MLS, which the context is, misleading, or the score line. If you look at it on the surface, their record is misleading. But in CONCACAF, they have to score tonight to be able to win. And we'll see if they can do that. Now, if they lose this game tonight, we'll see what happens. We'll see what the narrative is, or see how people try to spin it after that. We'll see. But okay, so here's my score prediction. I think it's going to be 2-1 LAFC tonight, and they're going to win on aggregate, because if they score 2 goals, they would have the away goal tiebreaker over Alajuelense. So I think LAFC are going to win tonight 2-1. I agree with Mr. that LAFC, Alajuelense are going to play bunker ball. They're going to play very defensive. They're going to hunch down and hope to God that they can go 90 minutes without LAFC scoring. The question is, are they going to be able to do that? Probably not. Because even last game, they weren't able to do that, right? The LAFC eventually scored. I think it was Denis Bouanga who actually scored that goal, like maybe in the 70th minute or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know if they're going to be able to hold them off. But also, too, the altitude, I think, is going to play a factor in Costa Rica, and the distance. We'll see how they play tonight. I don't think they looked as good against St. Louis City SC this past weekend. That game was a lot closer than people think. So we'll see what happens tonight, man. This is a long trip. A lot of pressure tonight for LAFC to win this game. They have to score tonight. It's got to keep saying this. LAFC have to score tonight to win this game. If it's 0-0, it is going to Alajuelense. They will play the winner of Monterrey and Cruz Azul. Okay. If it's 1-1 tonight, it will go to extra time. And if no one scores in that, then it will go to penalties. So LAFC has got the pressure on them tonight. LAFC is going to bottle it. No, I'm playing. We'll see. We'll see. Angus says, hi, Will, 3-0 LAFC. How can LAFC lose if it's 0-0? They will lose because it goes on away goal. It goes on away goal. So the fact that Alajuelense has the away goal at LAFC, that would be the tiebreaker if there is a scoreless draw tonight. So LAFC must score tonight to advance. I am baffled as to why Sonny keeps being played as a 10. It's truly strange. Yeah, I agree. I feel like they're wasting him. There's been some struggles this year with the attack. We've talked about this numerous times. I'm not sure why they don't go with the two up top with Denis and Sonny. It worked earlier. It worked last year to have them up top. And when you have two up top, it gives them more space to play off each other. Having three people up top was a killer for them last year. They did not play well under Dolo last year when they played with three up top. And it continues this year. I think Son Heung-min as a 10 is a waste. I think he should be playing as a striker on the left wing. But, everybody wants to talk about how good Marc Dos Santos is. We'll see what happens tonight. Invader says if LAFC gets knocked out, fans will say this isn't a serious tournament and MLS Cup is what matters. We'll see. We'll see what the narrative is. They'll spin it somehow. If they lose tonight, they'll spin it somehow. We'll see what happens. Angus says it seems as though CONCACAF is the only place in civilization with an away goal rule. No, listen, I agree. That they should definitely get rid of the away goal rule. I think, is there anybody in the chat that thinks that they should keep the away goal rule? Because I agree. I think that they should definitely get rid of the away goal rule. It makes no sense to have that. It should just be based on who scores the most goals. If it's a tie after two legs, then just go to extra time or go to penalties. No sense in having a away goal rule. It's BS. It makes no sense at all. SPH says, is Son bottling or the tactics don't favor him? I don't think the tactics favor him. I just said this a second ago, but if you look at LAFC last year, when they were thriving, they were playing with 5 out of the back, 3 center backs, 2 wing backs. They played with Sonny and Denis up top by themselves, and it gave them way more space in the final third to create off each other. Now, the midfield was abysmal last year. It was not good. LAFC's midfield was not good in 2025. Okay? Was not good. But they still had, it worked because Sonny and Denis were able to play off each other and have that space to create and up top because they didn't have a third guy up there. When you have that third guy, it kind of keeps Denis and Sonny on the left side, close to each other, cramped, and they don't have the creative freedom to play off each other. So I think it's the tactics, honestly. I don't think that a 4-3-3 works with this team because there's no creativity in the midfield. I think the best this team has played with these players was when they were playing with the 5-3-2. I thought that was the best formation at the 5-3-2. I thought that was the best that they've looked, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, I got a lot of questions about this team. David Day says, bring Dolo back. Am I right, Son fans? Bart says, CONCACAF is not a serious confederation. Mr. says there's a reason UEFA got rid of it. Yeah, they got rid of it like 5 years ago. I mean, it is insane. Ping says the away goal rule hurts both teams. It can. It definitely can. Crystal says you're right that the 5-3-2 suits these players. I think it did. It was very good. And I think Segura has been really good as a left back, but he gives you nothing in the attack at all, like zero in the attack. So there's no creativity on the left side. There's no playoff on the left side with Smolyakov or Ryan Hollingshead to play with Denis Bouanga on that left side. I just think this is a very, very, very awkward formation. I just don't think it's working, guys. I think that it's very flawed. I got a lot of hate on Twitter and X talking about LAFC it kind of being a facade or a mirage, like their success early on. But if you watch the games, which a lot of you guys have, and most of you guys will watch them with me, you can see that there are holes, and it's going to be an issue when they play a very good team. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. More people should listen to this guy. Appreciate it. Miss Yao says, how much of a failure would it be if LAFC failed to advance? I mean, it'd be a huge failure, but the question is anyone going to call it out? Because all I saw was the first team to win 4 games and not concede a goal. It's all I saw all week long, but I just think that that's a mirage. I just think that that's empty to me. It's more about how you're playing and how you're winning than, who you're beating. All right, we're officially kicked off. Leg 2 is officially underway. Win or go home. Also, too, in that St. Louis City game, there was a disallowed goal by St. Louis City. The header, they said it was a foul. I don't understand how that was a foul. And then Chouanier had 2 absolute golazos, but is Chouanier going to be able to do that every game? Their attackers are not scoring goals right now. LAFC's attackers are not scoring goals right now. They're winning. I don't want to say fluky, but it's not good looking ball, and I feel like it's very flawed. But we'll see what happens. We'll see how Alajuelense plays. Alajuelense don't look too. I mean, it's only been a minute, but they don't look too bunkered right now. I expect them to play a low block, but we'll see. Maybe they go for it tonight. Maybe they think they have nothing to lose and they just go for it. And if you're just joining us, guys, because we've got 70 people in chat, make sure you smash the like button down below. It helps us out. Make sure you smash the like button. Let's try to get to our 100 likes we normally get to. Smash the like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Huge game tonight in Concacaf Champions Cup between LAFC and Alajuelense. Leg 2. Sonny is a striker inside forward. He is not a 10. Sonny is very skilled to where he could play a 10 if he had to because he's a very good passer. He's a good facilitator. But that, I agree, it's not his best position. It's sad that he's been not demoted, but he's been essentially relied on to do this. It's not the best use of his abilities. I'm rooting for Sonny to score a goal today. Son has looked his age. I don't know. I just think I don't think the tactics have been very good. Because if you'll notice something, it's not just Sonny who has not been able to score much this year. Denis has also not been able to score much this year. Denis has also not been very good. Not necessarily very good, but he hasn't had a lot of opportunities because I don't think the tactics are really setting him up. But we'll see. Oh, I forgot number 14's name for he's got the ball right now. I think his name is Bran. He was the best player for Alajuelense last game. He's the one that had the absolute rocket of a goal, like insane goal the other night. He was their best player, and so is Ortega, their goalkeeper. We'll see if they have some good performances tonight, heroic performances for Alajuelense. They're going to need it. But man, they were good. And then I think the defender's name was Vanderputten, the left back. He had a very good game against Denis Bouanga, a right back. Very good game against Denis Bouanga the other night. Ronald Matarrita, former New York City FC and FC Cincinnati player, taking the corner for Alajuelense. Boots it deep. Uh-oh. In the box. Oh, what a save. And they scored. Alajuelense scores first. Wow. Alajuelense scores 4 minutes in. This is the defense. This is the best defense in MLS. This is the best defense in MLS. This is. Wow. Alajuelense up 1-0 over LAFC. LAFC now have to score 2 goals to win this game. LAFC have to score 2 goals now. Wow. Mark Dos Santos, we'll see what happens. Wow, that's the best defending in the league? Interesting. Well, LAFC definitely got to climb out of a hole now. LAFC down 1-0. For you guys watching at home, if you're just tuning in with us, LAFC now, they're down 1-0 to Alajuelense. They must score 2 goals to win this match. Now, if they score 1 goal, it's a tie, but they're going to have to score 2 to win it now. Look at the place shaking, guys. It's like the crowd is going crazy right now. Look at Tillman, wide open. Literally had, I can't, is that Chouanier on the right? No, it's Palencia. He had Palencia wide open. Ortega saved. Wow. It is a good crowd. Incredible crowd so far for Alajuelense. It looks like it's completely packed. The stadium was shaking a minute ago on camera, at least. Will, do you see the Cincinnati game on Sunday? Miles Robinson was awful, yet he got called up. I think Jackson Reagan is better than him. Yeah, I do think Jackson Reagan's better than Miles Robinson. I think Miles Robinson's he's been stale for a couple of years, or he's been hurt. Either one. Um, I'm trying to remember. They lost 6. Was it 6-1? They lost. Who they lose to? Was it Vancouver? I think. Didn't Vancouver beat the hell out of them? I think it was Vancouver. There's been a lot of stuff happen since Saturday or Sunday. Latin America passion will never be topped. I will not argue with that. Sporting reverted Bodo Glimt 3-0 on Champions League. Do you think Tigres will do the same to Cincy? I think Cincy's in a good spot right now because they got 3 goals, a 3-goal lead, and if they score 1 goal against Tigres, that means if Cincinnati scores 1 goal against Tigres on the road, Tigres would have to score 5 goals to win. So they're in a very good. Cincinnati's in a very good spot. That's the guy that was man of the match last week. Brand, but for Alajuelense. Oh, New England. Okay, so it was New England. All right. Yeah. Vancouver beat. Yeah, that's right. Vancouver did beat Minnesota. I was thinking that New York City FC beat someone pretty bad too again. Nightmare start for LAFC so far. Concacaf is interesting though. You know, maybe I'm misreading, but I don't feel like Alajuelense has been bunkering down so far. They're playing more aggressive tonight. God, you hear the crowd? Ole, man, this is a electric crowd tonight for Alajuelense. This is an electric crowd. Great environment so far. I hope Sonny leaves LAFC. They don't deserve him. He could go to the Bundesliga. MLS is a rubbish amateur manager. Dos Santos is a rubbish gaffer. Look, uh, I did a lot of videos on this offseason about him. We'll see. We'll see what they do, but you know, I don't think there's any chance that Mark Dos Santos would get fired this year. But he's not a good manager. I don't care. He's not a good manager. There's way too much body of work that says he's not a good manager. Where were the LAFC fans? Do they only show up when Messi is in town? I think there actually is a couple LAFC fans that did go to this game. I think there's a couple that did travel. Cincinnati is the Tottenham of MLS, suck in their own league, but good in the UCL. Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of time left. There's an eternity left. There's 80 minutes left plus any added time in this game. So there's still plenty of time for LAFC to obviously come back. I mean, they'd have to score 2 goals to outright win it, but if they just score 1 goal, it's a draw and they'll go into extra time. It's gonna be deflection. It's gonna be corner for LAFC. When the Twitter beef makes it into real life, I saw 2 fan bases beefing it online. Will, did you notice the difference on the crowd amount? It looks jam packed on the Tuesday in the US. They're nearly empty, which is sad. That is true. This looks like a huge event, but I think the fans are very, very and maybe Alajuelense fans are very for like appreciative of this game of like what it is, like being there, watching Son Heung-min, a guy you know that they're familiar with. They know who he is, especially because he's a big name on the world stage. And then a chance to win and knock off one of the teams that people thought could, maybe win the Champions Cup this year. I mean, this is a huge game. I would have went. Well, maybe I wouldn't have because then I wouldn't have been able to watch it with you guys. But if I wasn't doing this and I could have went, I probably would have went with you guys and watched it in person. Delgado with the cross. Moderita just clears it. Oof. Sonny, the ball. Plays it out wide. Is that Tillman? No, Tillman's on the left side. Might be Schwanier. Oh, Sonny. It's good defending by Alajuelense. Alajuelense are taking a risk here, being so open. They are, but they're being very, very. That was a good tackle. That's good. That was good defending by Alajuelense, by the way. But they're punching him in the mouth. They're like, hey, we're not bunkering down. We're gonna go for it. Like we're gonna lose this game or win this game by going for it. But we're not cowarding in this match. We're gonna try to win this game outright. Kind of respect it, honestly. Someone with the cross out of bounds. Going to be a goal kick for Alajuelense. I'm just tweeting real quick. I think that if LAFC were to lose tonight to Alajuelense, would it wipe away everything they've done so far this season? Their wins. Yes, Alajuelense is from Costa Rica. Looks like they're going to make a sub too. Maybe I can't tell if that's Vanderpoot or not, but it looks like this guy. They're getting the stretcher out, which is very very common to see. Maybe it's really bad. I don't know. Maybe he is hurting really bad, but they're getting the stretcher out for the Alajuelense player. I didn't see who it was. See, Son has not been free of blame. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he has any confidence right now. I think his confidence has been completely destroyed. I think his confidence has been completely destroyed this season. Son Heung-min. Sonny is being played out of position. He is not a 10, which is why he isn't performing well. I saw that Senegal got stripped of their AFCON title and was awarded to that's a whole can of I don't know what the hell's up with that, but that I saw that. I tweeted about that is insane. I don't know what's going on with that. S27 says, I'm sorry, but losing to a Costa Rican club is straight up embarrassing. LAFC should be ridiculed by all the United States if they lose. Tillman shoots it right into Ortega's hands. Mr. Mister says I wouldn't say it wipes it away, but it's certainly a stain. I mean, God, those wins are just so there's just like such an asterisk next to it, man. Like I just feel like the wins just aren't that nice when you dig into them and what happened. I just don't think they really had a dominating win except the first week win against Miami. Now they beat Real España really bad, but that I mean, come on, that was a semi-pro team. LAFC have a good chance to get knocked out. The home crowd will do wonders for them. Not to mention they have more CCC trophies than a lot of these teams competing, Liga MX teams included. Oh yeah, no, for sure. They got like 2 or 3, I think. Cruz Azul versus Monterrey is going to be a classic tonight. Yeah, I can't wait to watch that one because whoever wins this game is going to play the winner of Cruz Azul and Monterrey. LAFC need at least to take this game to extra time. Well, they need a goal to do that now. They need a goal to take it to extra time, and they need 2 goals to win it. Considering they've only played 6 or so games, yes. If they won 10 plus in a row and then lost, less so. Yeah, it's a good point. I just feel like this would be a very, very, very bad loss if they were to lose tonight. Like this would be catastrophic. Oh, Tillman with the play, pulled down. It's going to be a foul outside the box. Yellow card issued for the Alajuelense player. I think it's Villalobos who just came on for Alajuelense. Why isn't LAFC more ambitious club? Serious question. Investing in one star player does not make season does not make what's it? One player does not a season make. You need to also invest in better midfield and serious gaffer. Well, this is called the buddy buddy system in MLS. It's who you know, not what you know. So Mark Dos Santos was an assistant. He's friends with John Thorrington, who's in charge of LAFC. So he hired him. It's his buddy. It's a buddy hire. That's how it is over here. Very common. Sonny with the cross. Hits it hard, goes out of bounds. I saw a Reddit post in the LAFC subreddit from a fan who was at the recent game, and he said something is wrong with Son. He stayed long after the game on the field and was practicing shots and looked off, and something seemed to be wrong with him, like a low key injury or something. I think maybe he is a little banged up, but I think it's his confidence as a shot right now because they're not really setting him up to succeed. And look, I'm not saying that he's perfect. Okay, he's not. Nobody's perfect, but I don't think that the scheme or the tactics are necessarily giving him the opportunities to really build his confidence. And I said this earlier about Denis Bouanga. He's only got 2 goals this year in MLS. Denis Bouanga was Sonny. Nice playoff. Passed it to Denis. He swarmed. He's able to get away. No foul. They boot it away. But Alajuelense just boots it away. It's going to be out of bounds. Maybe, unless Portis can save it, he can. Denis is holding his left ankle. Looks to be in a little bit of discomfort, but he seems to be getting up now. Now, Alajuelense might park the bus because they have the lead. Maybe they will now. Palencia with the ball. Pass it to Tillman. Tillman with a bad touch. Chouanier. LAFC have been really flat. LAFC has been really flat on the most part, for the most part this year. They have been. Their attack has not been very good. This is a tough, well organized team. Yeah, Alajuelense was pretty. They're pretty scrappy. Tillman's terrible. It's so funny. LAFC have like a laundry list of things they should have done this offseason, but they didn't. And this is what happens. If they lose, this is what happens. But ooh, bad touch by no skills Tillman. I don't know what he was trying to. I think he was trying to flick the ball there. I don't know what the hell that was. Nice pass over the top. Can he get to it? He can. Oh, goes out of bounds. Goes off Segura. It's going to be a throw in for Alajuelense in the final third. Tillman is horrible. He's no playmaker. He's no winger. I don't know why they have him in the playing so high. MLS scouts looking carefully at Alajuelense team for sure. There's been like 2 or 3 players I would seriously consider. I would consider the goalkeeper or the goalkeeper Ortega. I would consider Vanderputten because he's young, the right back, and then I would also consider number 14. I think is Brand. Tillman didn't start in the match versus St. Louis, but they are displaying his lack of skills tonight for sure. Porches boots it deep. Oh, miss hit by Alajuelense, Lobos, but he heads it to Ortega. Even if they make it past this round, they will surely lose to Toluca. No, well, they won't play Toluca next. They would play. Well, San Diego is probably going to beat Toluca. They would play the winner. I'm pretty sure of Monterrey and Cruz Azul, and I think that those teams would destroy LAFC. LAFC has been so bad. What is this lineup? Yeah, I agree. Oh, what a pass! Good header. Good head away by Safari though. Oof. This game is going to be more aggressive and open because this is a do or die game. Like this is you can't. Denis. Oh, getting tangled up with Segura. It's gonna be a free kick for Alajuelense though. WTF? Tillman, I can't offer. It's crazy how some rate him. MLS needs to take international competitions more seriously. You can't be losing to a Costa Rican team. San Diego isn't going to beat Toluca home field. All Toluca need to do is score 1 to tie on aggregate. Is it 3-2? I thought it was 3-1 though. Are you sure? I don't think so. Let's see. Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I guess you're right. It is 3-2, but who knows? I mean, we're doing a watch along for that game tomorrow night. It's a late one. I don't know how many of you guys will be up at that time, but we're doing a watch along for Inter Miami and Nashville, and then we're doing one tomorrow for Toluca and San Diego. 2 tomorrow night. That's why I need all this break. 110 people in the chat, guys. We only have 20 likes. We got to get our likes up. Smash the like button down below. We got leg 2 of LAFC versus Alajuelense. Smash the like button if you haven't already. It helps us out. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are 660 subs away from 13,000. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and like button down below. Yeah, 3-2. Son Bouanga, no counter and no counter attack. Do away goals count? By the way, I meant to ask, or say I meant does regarding Tillman. Yeah, away goals do count. Thoughts on USMNT March roster? I thought about doing a video. I couldn't really do that one today. I mean, I'm not surprised. I think it's pretty close to what we'll see in the summer. Little skeptical about how it's going to play out, but not surprised by it. Looks like Son Heung-min is going to take this free kick. All right, see what Sonny can do. Son Heung-min, 26 minutes in. This game has went by really fast, too. All right, Son Heung-min lined up over the free kick. Hits the wall, goes left. But Denis Bouanga saves it maybe, or is he going to let it go out of bounds? He does. It's going to be a throw-in for LAFC. Remember when Harry Kane was injured in 2019 and Sonny single-handedly carried Spurs to the Champions League finals? How far he's fallen. Well, I think we could agree he had a better coach at that point. Now, obviously, the coach he had then is kind of polarizing today, but looks like it is hot and humid might be an advantage for Alajuelense. It is hot. It is humid. The altitude is crazy. Elevation, I'm pretty sure in Costa Rica is not what they're used to in LA. A lot of factors in this game. But they still should win this. If LAFC score a goal and tie again, who moves on? I know last year Vancouver moved just by a tie against their opponents. If they score, it's a draw so far, and it would go to extra time if no other team scores in regulation. And then if no one scores in extra time, then it would go to penalties. If LAFC score, it would be tied on aggregate because both teams would have an away goal. One away goal and one home goal. So LAFC need to score 2 goals to win this game. Eddie Segura, Chouanier. Now, listen, they are missing Estacio, but let's not pretend like he's the only reason. Estacio's not the only reason this team is struggling. I mean, I don't think he'd be fixing this, all the issues they have in the attack. He's a defensive midfielder, for God's sake. If your defensive midfielder is what makes your attack go, then you got some serious issues. Off Palencia, it's going to be a goal kick. Goal kick for Alajuelense. Sack Mark Dos Santos before it's too late. The performances haven't been inspiring. It's only a matter of time until the entire fan base turns on him. I've been saying this, but people are upset with me calling it out. Does MLS ever sack managers mid-season? We do it in the Premier League all the time. Dos Santos needs to be sacked. Yeah, the Orlando City just sacked their manager after 3 games, Oscar Pereira, because they were 0-3. They had lost all their matches so far, and they got beat down pretty bad. I told Nick, I said, if you hire Mark Dos Santos, you're gambling because he's likely not going to be good because his record historically. Oh, what a cross! No one's there. Oh, lucky by LC. Good. Oh, actually a decent play by Tillman. Can he make anything out of it though? Uh-oh. He slows down, let everybody catch up. Pass it to Denis. Denis strikes it. Oh, good save by Ortega. I thought that was going in, honestly. That was a great save by Ortega. But that was actually a decent play by Tillman. Got to give him his. Hey, we got to call it like we see it. That was a good play by Tillman. Problem is he waited too long with the ball, let everyone catch up. He doesn't have that quick instincts of what to do in the moment in the final third. But but the problem with hiring MDS is because it's a risk. It's a high risk, low reward. He's a proven failure, so the chances of being good are very low. And if you hire him, you're gonna have to stick with him for an extended period of time to see what happens, and you're just wasting time. So it just never really made sense to go that route. That was a good strike by Bouanga, though. Good save by Ortega. God, I bet that hurt a little bit. Oh, it's gonna be a throw in for LAFC. Sonny with the ball. Good pass to Delgado from Sonny, but horrible pass by Delgado. What was he thinking on that? He should have shot it. Sonny had an absolute threaded the needle on that pass to Delgado. That was a beautiful pass. Delgado, they have nobody in the attack. Literally nobody on this team can score goals except for Sonny and Denny. And they're not able to score this year. So they're screwed. They had so many holes they needed to fix. And I said this at the beginning of last year, or at the end of last year. I said, if your team doesn't win MLS Cup, that means you need to improve something you did not do right. Hell, teams who even win improve their roster. Every time we see a team, Manchester City, Barcelona, Madrid, whoever it is, when they win their league, they always sign more players, and it looks like someone's getting yellow, by the way. Who's getting the yellow? Oh, Eddie Segura is getting the yellow. But teams across the world always improve their teams, even if they win trophies, because that's what you have to do. This team didn't win anything last year, and they only signed Estacio and a bunch of Nashville SC rejects, Schaffelberg and Tyler Boyd. Now, they did sign Boudry too, but Boudry seems like he's kind of a bust. I mean, he's not even playing. Boudry was supposed to be a big-time signing, and they've got Son Heung-min playing his position. Out of position, his position. But what a pass. Ooh. Into Hugo Lloris's hands. But all that money to have Sonny play Boudry's position and have Sonny play out of position makes no sense. But it is what it is. Tolo in. How is Son struggling to score goals? I think it's the tactics. Dolo with Sonny was great, so it's starting to look more appealing. Dolo was a bad manager. He was a bad manager, but I think Dos Santos is a worse manager. Benching Boudry was the first sackable offense dude can play. And they got Sonny playing his position. And Segura looking for Tillman. Ortega is able to save it. People should stop watching LAFC until they get a new coach. Well, I know that there's a lot of Korean fans. Wow. So Ortega took too long, so it's going to be a corner for LAFC. But I know that a lot of the Korean fans are upset with LAFC because of the way Son Heung-min has been utilized. There's been a lot of people upset. So be foul on Delgado. Is this the biggest upset right now? LAFC are predicted to make the finals. I don't think LAFC are predicted. Who's predicted them to make the finals? Are you talking about the Champions Cup finals? I don't know if anyone's predicting them to make the Champions Cup finals. An MLS Cup final, I mean, I don't think they're making the MLS Cup final the way the team is right now. Alajuelense is 3,189 feet above sea level. BMO Stadium is only 120 feet. That's two Empire State Buildings high. No, I know elevation, the altitude was definitely going to be a factor. Hot, humid altitude makes it difficult. And then also, what about the traveling distance? They just traveled probably, I would say they probably traveled close to 3,000 miles to go to Costa Rica, maybe even further. Oh, too hard of a pass. Couldn't bring that one down. Can Matarrita get to the ball before Tillman? He can. He keeps it. He pushes Tillman down. It's going to be a foul on Ronald Matarrita. LAFC looks bad with good or decent defenses. That's true. Good touch by Sonny, but it's booted out, poked away out of bounds. It's going to be a corner for LAFC. Okay, elevation. So what's the excuse for in the first game? Yeah, that's a good rebuttal. Delusional people that didn't watch actual games and just saw the scoreline. Bingo. Context matters. Context matters. 100%. I agree. You call that altitude try playing in South America. No, I agree. Using a striker as a midfielder, sack the coach. At this point, signed the whole Spurs team from 2019. That's funny. But you know what's so funny? If LAFC were to, let's say they tie this game, right? This is the playbook. If they tie this game 2-2, it goes to extra time and they win on penalties or whatever, they'll say, "Oh my God, they look so great. It was a perfect comeback. It was like, don't even want to talk about the flaws in this game of how bad they looked. They just want to mask what the reality of what happened and what we saw tonight. Like, they've not looked good tonight. And I'm gonna look at the second half or the first half stats after, whenever the first half ends, and we'll look at I don't want to look at the total shots. I kind of have like an idea in my mind of like just watching it, how it's played out, what the stats would be. But at halftime, I want to look at the shots, time of possession, accuracy of passes, all that stuff. I want to see what the actual numbers are because I think it might be different than the way it's played out in my head. Number 14, Brand, he hasn't been as noticeable tonight for Alajuelense, but it really hasn't mattered so far. Foul on, looks like it's a foul on Segura. Better be careful. He's already on a yellow. Not that that was a crazy foul to begin with, but needs to be careful. You're right. LAFC PR and the media keeps keeping MDS in his position. He's not going. I mean, he's not going to go anywhere, no matter what. Yeah, and also, what about David Martinez? He was like the one bright spot in the attack. Why isn't he playing? Boudry's not playing. David Martinez isn't playing. Segura is playing left back when he does nothing in the attack. I mean, this guy, Mark Dos Santos, is not a tactician. I don't know. He's not a good coach. But let's let the game play out. It's 39 minutes in. We got 5 minutes, 6 minutes left in the first half plus added time and a whole other half. Let's just see what happens. The biggest upset will be Miami getting eliminated, not only because they signed so many players with the CCC in mind, but it's against a team they've beat many times before. We'll see what happens with that game tomorrow night. I mean, there's pressure on them for sure, but they're going to be at home. Be the last game they ever play at Dry Pink Stadium or Chase Stadium, whatever the hell it's called. But that's the last game they'll ever play there. We'll see what happens. Oh, Segura. Maybe it could have been a dangerous challenge there. It looked like he got him in the back of the head. Everyone was shocked, annoyed, whatever, when Dos Santos was hired. They should fire him and hire Nancy. You know, Wilfred Nancy is a hell of a manager. Oh, no one there. I think we're in the bunker ball phase now. Another Alajuelense player is down right now. Trying to see what the injury was. Yeah, that cross was. I mean, maybe it was Ordaz's positioning on the cross. Denis Bouanga is not known to be a crosser, right? So, but maybe Ordaz should have positioned himself a little better there on the cross. Oh, they're glazing. They're glazing Tillman on the broadcast. Don't know what they're watching. MLS moves. I was thinking, what if LAFC never sold their players? What if they still had Diego Rossi, Brian Rodriguez, Chicho Arango, Kike Oliveira, and you connect them with Son and the current team they have? I mean, yeah, they would be incredible. They'd have a lot of pace, but they still need a playmaker, though. I mean, Diego Rossi's a pretty good hybrid winger slash playmaker, but they really, really need someone in the midfield who can pull the strings. Another boring game. I mean, hey, Mark Dos Santos was supposedly going to be the fun coach. He was going to bring the most attractive ball you possibly could have. Wanted to give Alajuelense players the doubt, but it's starting to look like they're already trying to wind down the clock, and it's only the first half. Yeah, they were aggressive. They got that goal, but honestly, it's better that they're doing this now after getting that. Like it's a good thing by Alajuelense that they didn't do this early on, that they didn't just try to win by making this a scoreless draw. They went out, they were aggressive, they got the goal in the fourth minute, and then they're bunkering down. I mean, they're in a good spot. They're in a good spot. Because if LAFC had scored, they would be winning. They'd be over with essentially. But now, even if LAFC do get a goal, it will be they'll have to go to extra time, and it won't be a guaranteed win for LAFC. So they're just kind of giving themselves a little bit more of a cushion that Alajuelense is. Should have hired Big Ange. Hey, they probably would have played a lot better. Listen, here's the thing. Recycling coaches who have had success, Ancelotti, Mourinho, Conte, they're obviously these are guys, these are some of the better coaches, but they're recycled and they have been fired and they have been rehired by several different teams. You could make an argument that's fine because they've had success. Mark Dos Santos has never had success. He has been a loser at every stop he's ever had. Why would you recycle a coach who sucks? That doesn't make any sense. Hey, fourth time's a charm. Let's give him another chance. Let's not hire a proven coach or maybe a young guy who's never coached before. Let's hire the guy that has failed every single time because he's my friend. Oh, Denis, he's gonna get a card. Nope, no card. But yeah, I'm surprised that Denis Bouanga didn't get a yellow for that, pulling him down. Oh, there he is. He got a yellow. Yeah, now Carlos Eel would have been a very nice signing for LAFC if they were able to trade for him, but New England's not made him available. So 5 minutes of ad time. Handball by LAFC. Who is the best team in MLS right now? I think it's probably Vancouver. I know they lost to the Sounders pretty bad. I think the two best teams right now in Major League Soccer is either the two best teams that are, well, there's three teams in contention for me of the best teams in MLS. I would put, oh, here we go. Sonny, beautiful pass. An opportunity for Ordas. Can he score? Oh my God, Ordas, you should have shot that sooner, man. Oh my God. This team just has no confidence whatsoever. Like that was an extra touch. As soon as Son Heung-min passed it to him, he took an extra touch. He lost possession. He should have shot that ball a lot sooner. I mean, he held on to the ball way too long. That's Nathan Ordas showing some inexperience, but my God, there's nobody on this team that has any confidence to score a damn goal. Nobody. But back to the best teams, I think, in the league right now. I would say right now it's Miami. It's not Miami, excuse me, San Diego, Vancouver, or New York City FC. Miami, a little skeptical about them because they can't score goals right now either. I'm going to have to see them score some goals. San Diego, Vancouver, New York City FC, I think, are the three best teams in the league right now. That's just my list. Son is being played out of position to give these passes, but who's going to actually convert them? Bingo. I agree. 100%. They don't have any attackers who can finish these chances. Denis Bouanga has been MIA. I mean, he's been useless. We got about 2.5 minutes left of added time. Yeah, they're going to have to make some subs in the second half. Oh, that could have been dangerous. That was a dangerous clearance by Alajuelense. God, that was dangerous. I expected like 7 goals already for Sony in all competitions. I mean that this team just doesn't have the tactics to really do that right now. We got about a minute and a half left of added time. Probably going to be LAFC ball, throw in, minute left of added time. Oh, I can't wait to look at these first half stats. If LAFC don't make it past this round, manager should be fired. I mean, this is a fireable offense. Look, the problem is, I just don't want to get into it. I don't want to go on a rant right now. It's only the first half. We'll save a rant if they lose. I'm saving the rant energy if they lose. I don't want to waste it on don't want to waste it on the watch along. We'll just see what happens. Foul on Chouanier, going to be a free kick for Alajuelense. Chouanier looks pretty frustrated. First half whistle should be coming pretty soon. Tillman is trash now, I know. All right, that's the first half. Alajuelense up 1-0 over LAFC after 45 minutes, actually technically after 50 minutes. And as of right now, LAFC would be eliminated in the round of 16 in the Concacaf Champions Cup. So we do this every halftime. I want to get your guys' opinion. What would you rate that first half performance by both clubs? What would you give 1 through 10 to Alajuelense on their first half performance? And what would you give LAFC 1 through 10 on their performance in the first half against Alajuelense? But before you do that, also, guys, make sure we got 115 people in here. Make sure you guys smash the like button. We got 42 likes. Let's try to get to 100 before this ends. Everyone in here, smash the like button if you haven't already. And also smash the subscribe button if you haven't already. 660 subs away from 13,000. Gaining momentum, growing like crazy. 2026 is huge for this channel. And I appreciate all your support. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and also hit that little bell notification so you never miss our videos. Okay. I'll pull up the stats real quick, and then I'm going to read some of your guys' scores, and I'll give you my score. All right, let's see if this is what I think it's going to be. Okay, yeah, it's pretty much what I expected. We'll read these here in a second. All right, let's see. All right, let's see what your guys' ratings are in the first half for both of these teams. Someone said 3, but that doesn't really tell me who you have rated what. Kevin says 4 LAFC, 3 Alajuelense. Really? You got a 3 for Alajuelense. Interesting. Let's see. Z says Alajuelense played a lot better this game. 7 out of 10 for them. 2 out of 10 for LAFC. Let's see. Mr. says Alajuelense 8, LAFC 2. Angus says 3.5 for LAFC. Alajuelense 6.5. We're going with the half score. Interesting. Probably the first time we've had that before. Loading says 8 for Alajuelense. 4 for LAFC. Okay, so I'll keep giving me your first half performance grades for both teams, 1 through 10, and I'll give you my first half performance. But let me read you these stats first, okay? So in the first half, it looked like the possession was pretty even for the first maybe 25 minutes because Alajuelense were playing more aggressive, right? They weren't bunkering and hoping for the 0-0 draw. So I would say it was probably 45 Alajuelense and then probably 55 for LAFC. Now, the end of the half, it was 63 LAFC, 37 for Alajuelense. But that's because they started bunkering down and they really weren't trying to play possession ball, right? But here's the interesting part. Ready for this? In this first half, Alajuelense had 3 shots, 2 on target, 1 big chance, expected goal rate of 0.57. LAFC had 7 shots in this game, 1 on target, 0 big chances for an expected goal rate of 0.52. So they had more than double the shots, half as many shots on target, 0 big chances, expected goal rate of 0.52. Okay, so here's my score, and then we'll talk about this a little bit more. My Alajuelense score is a 9 out of 10. And some of you might think that's crazy because you're thinking, oh, well, what are you talking about, man? They weren't that good. But you have to look at the context. We all came into this game thinking that they were going to bunker down and they were just going to hope to God this was a 0-0 draw and it was over. But they came into this game swinging and being aggressive and getting a 1-0 lead in the 4th minute. which was very ballsy strategy heading into this game for a team that's desperate for a goal to win. So the strategy and everything that they've done and they execute and they look like they belong on the pitch and they look like they're just as good. And I think someone mentioned this earlier in the comments. I think they have played better in this game than they did in the first game against LAFC. So they played better in the first half and in general in this game so far than they did in the first game. LAFC looks frustrated. They can't score. I think that Alajuelense gets a 9 out of 10. I think LAFC gets a 2 out of 10. And I saw someone else post that earlier because they can't score any damn goals. And it's been an issue this entire season. Their attack is bland and it sucks. They cannot score any goals. They can't score any goals. And it was a matter of time before it came and it bit them in the ass. LAFC, that is. But they can't score any goals. They have no creativity in the final third. Son Heung-min was brought back or bumped down to 10 to play a little deeper to try to pull some strings and create some chances. Nobody's there to finish in the final third. There's nobody who can score. Or Das looks like a chicken with his head cut off. Denis Bouanga is completely lost. Tillman is the worst skills player I've maybe ever seen in MLS. I mean, they just don't have anything. Palencia is not doing anything on the right side. Segura is essentially dead weight on the left side when it comes to the attack. I mean, it's the coaching is horrible. It's horrible. It is a horrible first half. It's not a 1, but it's nothing better than a 2. I mean, it was absolutely abysmal in the first half for LAFC. I give them a 2, and I give Alajuelense a 9 because of how aggressive they played their strategy and getting the goal against LAFC, who is the best defense in the entire MLS. Oh, my God. They don't concede any goals. They're the best. Oh, they're the first team in MLS history to not concede any goals in the first 4. Well, Alajuelense's got 2 goals on them in 2 games. They're scoring on them. So that is not looking as good. Not looking as good. So we'll see what they do in the second half adjustments. I mean, you have some players on the bench that maybe could help create some chances. You have, obviously, David Martinez. You got Boudry. I mean, these are players. By the way, he better not put Tyler Boyd on there. Tyler Boyd has no business playing in this game. He has no business. He has no business playing. No business playing. Sorry, replying to a tweet. And Estacio is hurt right now. I think he bumped into a ref a couple games ago. By the way, Ryan Raposo, I would probably put him in too, honestly. I'd probably put him in for Palencia because Palencia is just not doing anything. And I think Raposo is probably a better attacker at this point at right back. So I would probably bring in Ryan Raposo as well. But just got a lot of issues here. And I'm looking at the bench. The bench is just so shallow. Like, it's just not very good. There's not a lot of quality on this team. I don't know. I feel like LAFC might be in trouble. I think they might be in trouble. And if you look at it, and I'm curious what you guys think. We've been watching this game together. Who do you think for LAFC has been the worst player on the pitch? Who has been the worst player for LAFC in the first half? Who has been the worst player for LAFC in the first half of this match? Curious to see what you guys think. Put in Martinez. Mr. says if they have get Tillman off for a defensive midfielder and put Son on the wing. Yeah, I think that's what they should do. That's a good idea. They should take Tillman out and put Sonny. That's a good point. They honestly should take Tillman out, put Sonny on the wing, bring Boudry in to play for Sonny. So essentially sub Boudry in for Tillman and put Sonny on the wing and then put put Boudry as the 10. And I mentioned this at halftime. What was the point of signing Boudry if you're just going to have Son Heung-min play in the middle, which is not where he should be playing? What was the point? What was the point of signing him? LAFC is so frustrating, fast on the edges, and decide to play possession ball. Reminds me of USMNT when Berhalter ball. Danny, he's been a no-show in the most important time. Okay, you guys. So Ordas, Tillman, Ordas or Tillman. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think that I do think that it's a toss-up between Nathan Ordas and Tillman for the first half bad performances. I think it's close. I would probably go Ordas because Tillman has been bad. He's been horrible. But Ordas has really done nothing. Like, he's been unnoticeable. And the one cross that Bouanga had to him, his positioning was horrible. And they weren't able to score. You know, they did not look too good. But I want to ask you guys this, okay? I'm gonna do a quick restroom break. I want to know how you guys feel about the second half. Who is going to win the second half? It's 1-0. Alajuelense has the lead in this game, and they're ahead on aggregate. LAFC would need to score 2 goals to win this game, 1 goal to tie it up on aggregate, okay? So I want to know what you guys think the second half score is going to be between this game. It's 1-0 so far. Who do you think is going to win, and what's the score going to be? Also, if you guys haven't, we got 150 people in here, 46 likes. We got to get to 100 likes. Smash the like button already. We're, like I said, 660 subs away from 13,000. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button too. Help us out. And I will be back in just a few seconds to read your guys' score predictions, and I will give you mine before the second half is underway. Be back in 30 seconds. All right, we're back. Let's see. Let's read some of these score predictions for you guys in the second half. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see what these second half score predictions are. Who you guys think? Wow. Let's see. 2-0 Alajuelense. You think Alajuelense is going to hold off and actually extend their lead? 1-2 LAFC pull a last minute miracle in extra time. Let's see. Mr. says, I have got a feeling that somehow LAFC get a scrappy goal from somewhere. Emmanuel says Alajuelense's roster is probably less than just Son's salary. Antonio says Alajuelense 2-0 realistically. Guys, what's your thoughts on Venezuela 2-0? I'm not watching the what's the World Baseball Classic. I think it's probably going to be 1-0. I just think maybe this result holds, and I think LAFC lose. I think this result probably just holds, and LAFC loses. on aggregate. And I mean, we'll see though. Like I said, there's plenty of time, but I'm sticking to my one. I think it's just going to stay 1-0. I originally thought that LAC were going to win this 2-0, but I mean, when they came out swinging Alajuelense in the second half, I mean, really threw a wrench in everything and changed. I wouldn't say change the. I mean, I guess it did change the dynamics of this game, but LAFC is in a bad spot right now. Last time LAFC scored a goal, okay, and the second half's about to start, by the way, guys. Second half's about to start. We're going to find out their destiny if they're able to come back. Second half changes. If this guy made let's see if he did. Let's see if he made any substitutions. I haven't seen any so far, but I could be wrong. Let's just see. Let me observe the field. Nope. Exact same lineup for the second half for LAFC. Exact same lineup for LAFC in the second half. Wow. That's very surprising. LAFC don't make a single substitution in the second half. I mean, this guy's an idiot. I cannot believe he didn't make any second half substitutions with what he saw. That just shows that's a flaw right there. You got to be able to make. You have to be willing to be big enough of a man to say that you did not do well in the first half with your game plan, and that you have to make adjustments. We'll see what happens, though. Hey, good luck to him. The attack was non-existent in the first half with the same lineup. Alajuelense will advance, Kevin Hernandez says. We'll see. Go back to transition with Sonny and Bouanga. Why did Dos Santos change what worked last season? Because he thinks he thinks he knows better than Dolo. He thought his system would be better for this team, and it hasn't been. I don't think it has been. This team is not winning any trophies the way they're playing. Ortega with a bad pass. Bad pass from Denis turns it over to Alajuelense, though. Oh, nice play by Alajuelense, but he's not able to get to it. Tafari just clears it to Sonny. No, it's Ordaz actually. Foul. Looks like it could not. It's not Ronald Matarita, but foul on Alajuelense. LAFC's ball. Haven't watched a minute of this. Has LAFC just not the ball in the has LAFC just not the ball in the net? They've not looked good. Not put the ball in the net. They've not looked good. They haven't really had any big chances. Oof. Chouanier was the savior for LAFC in that last game against St. Louis City. Let's see if he. I seriously doubt that he's going to be able to score a brace in this game. That was very, very fortunate of them that he was able to score a brace for them in the second half against St. Louis City. I don't think that type of heroics is going to be in store for him in this game. Still, LAFC will pull it off with an ugly win. Bouanga will probably start trying to draw a penalty in the box like normal. I mean, they're going to have some chances with the way that Alajuelense is going to play the second half. They're going to have a lot of possession again. Oh, nice. Uh-oh, they got a chance here. Alajuelense. That's a good pass, but Tafari was able to get to it. And Larice just Passes it to Sonny. Well, that's a foul. Sonny just got fouled. He's going to get a yellow for that. Sonny's pissed. Sonny is pissed at Salazar. Oh, and Sonny just got a yellow for that. Wow. Let's look at this tackle. Yeah, that was dirty tackle. I mean, not a red, but yeah, definitely. Dude, Sonny is pissed. Did you see that? Did you see that pent up frustration? He got in his face. He's ready to go. He's pissed. Damn, he's pissed. Sonny gets a yellow for that, I guess, for bumping him, which I think is a little soft. I don't think he should have got a yellow for that, but Son Heung-min is booked as well, as long with Salazar. I've never seen Son so mad. He looks pissed. Get Tillman off. Yeah, Tillman sucks. He doesn't do anything. I mean, you might as well play with 10 men on the field when you got was Tillman out there. I mean, it's essentially the same thing. He does more harm than having 10 people because he's touching the ball. He cannot do anything in the final third. He has no creative bone in his body. I can't believe him and Malik Tillman are the same, or have the same genes, have the same DNA. Like, it's actually insane. It's a red. Guy wasn't close to the ball. Oof. There you go. Ordas pulls off they tie it up. Ordas scores. There you go. Tied 1-1. When they saw the LAFC fans, I figured there'd be some LAFC fans at this game. We saw LAFC fans. They finally showed them at the Tafari. Just looking to see what happened here. That was a nice goal by Ordas. Good goal by Ordas. Malik's got the talent. All right, it's tied 1-1. 1-1 LAFC Alajuelense. If the result holds, it would be a go to extra time. It would go to extra time if this result holds after 90 minutes. I don't think that was. I didn't see an elbow. That's a bad angle, though. Yeah, I don't think that was a. I don't think that there was an elbow thrown there. Hordas, you idiot! You just saved his job. Well, here's the thing. It may look like. I mean, honestly, LAFC should be winning more than this. I mean, this is kind of sad. They should be dominating this team, but it's giving this like illusion that this is like a hard fought win and that's impressive, and that like this is, battle testing them. But they should have beat them so bad the last game that this game wouldn't even matter. All right, Tillman, right side. Oh my God. I wonder how Alajuelense is going to respond back, because obviously they were trying to bunker down and try to park the bus and make this game ugly after their one goal, but we'll see how they respond. That's why I thought Tillman had a worse first half than Wardas. Orlando was living off scraps. LAFC always catch up in the second half. Frustrating game to watch. I would roll a dice on Dele Alli in the summer. Can't be worse than Tillman. Oh, God. Tillman is horrible. Tillman's down. Looks like he's hurt. Yeah, Bouanga's got a yellow. No foul. No foul called right there. At that point, might as well hope for Eriksson instead. Is Christian Eriksen still playing? Wasn't he playing in was he playing for a mid-table premier? No, was he playing for Inter? Who was he playing for most recently? Christian Eriksen. Oh, he's playing for Wolfsburg. Okay. Oh, good defending by Alajuelense. Sonny with the ball. Was trying to thread the needle to Tillman. Yeah, I forgot he was at Manchester United for 2 seasons as well. Maybe 3 seasons, actually. Is he playing better? I mean, obviously the heart thing in 2021, is he playing well? Looks like Christian Eriksen's playing for Wolfsburg right now. Borges. 57 minutes in, it's 1-1. Alajuelense and LAFC are tied after 50, and they're tied on aggregate. If the game were to end right now, it would go to extra time. Schwanier just absolutely boots it out of bounds. Going to be a goal kick for Alajuelense. Will Christian Eriksen play for his country? I think he still plays for Denmark. I don't know what his caps have been the last couple years. Yeah, he's made some appearances for Denmark in the last couple years. He played 7 games for him last year. Oh, nice play. Nice play by Braun. Scored the goal in the first leg versus LAFC for Alajuelense. Ronald Matarrita with the ball. LAFC will go through because everything always goes their way. I mean, they definitely been doing it they've been getting by a hair, honestly. Yeah, it's been very marginal, but they've been getting by. I just feel like it's eventually not going to go their way. And what's it going to look like when that does happen? Will Neymar play for Brazil in this year's World Cup? I don't think he's ever going to play for Brazil again, honestly. I think he's done. Or Ancelotti, I think, made it pretty clear he's not playing for him. Thought that might be a foul on Delgado, but no call. They let it play on. Segura is getting cooked. LAFC struggled on those crosses, though. LAFC, I don't think is a good crossing team. They struggled against St. Louis on the crosses, and they got the first goal conceded on a cross by Alajuelense. Will Tillman play for the U.S.? God, I hope not. Only Malik. Where's my green? I should have wore some green today. Yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way. Yeah, I should have wore some green. I forgot to wear some green. 60 minutes in. Bad pass. Monterito's not able to get to it. Tillman's on the ball. Honestly, the last 5 minutes, it feels like LAFC's kind of let Alajuelense. Oh, it was a bad pass by Tafari. Really bad pass by Tafari. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. It feels like LAFC's letting Alajuelense kind of play it out. Looks like they're kind of like letting Alajuelense maybe have some chances, maybe tire themselves out, maybe for 10 to 15 minutes. And that way that they can maybe have some chances in the attack. But God, he should have passed that. All right, we got some subs. Let's see. It looks like there's going to be two substitutions for Alajuelense. Wonder if we'll see Joel Campbell in this game. Saw him in the first leg. What would you take away from this if you were Mark Dos Santos? That my attack is still broken. You can't rely on just clean sheets every game. And that I need players in the summer that can create chances. And then I'm screwed next round, by the way. That's another thing. Tillman's on the ball is a worrying statement for sure. So that's like nightmare fuel. All right. 28 minutes left. Plus added time. A lot of space for Palencia on the right side. Cuts back. Yeah, so they just said if we go to extra time, the away goal tiebreaker goes away. So it doesn't matter if the away team scores a goal. Oh, bad shot by Denis. It's essentially gone though. After it goes to extra time, clean slate. Doesn't matter if the away team scores two and the home team scores two. That's still a tie. It would go to penalties. Like it's all gone after. If it goes to extra time, the away goals matter no more. So whoever wins between Monterrey and Cruz Azul, the winner of this would play the winner of Monterrey and Cruz Azul, which I think is next. I think that game starts at maybe 11. Hell, maybe it's already started. I'm not sure, but that game I think is after this match. So the winner of this game will play the winner of that game, Cruz Azul and Monterrey. Oh, good touch. Oh, Tillman, good defending. Oh, Braun, he tried to go deep in this one, but he wasn't scoring from that one this time. He scored about that deep the first game. Oh, did he used to play for Minnesota United? Okay, David Martinez is coming out or coming in, excuse me, for Nathan Ordaz. So I wonder if they'll play him up top, if they'll switch Son Heung-min up top. Wonder how they're going to play this. Okay, so Braun used to play for he used to play for Minnesota United. Ooh, bad pass by Matarrita. Tillman and good in the same sentence is wild. Yeah. Denis. God, Denis just does not look good. I mean, I've not been impressed with him this season so far. I've not been impressed with Denis Bouanga so far this season. Got some Korean fans in Costa Rica to watch Son Heung-min. Denis Bouanga with the cross, which is kind of wild. Oof, out of bounds gonna be a goal kick. Ortega's asking for a foul. Oh, I guess maybe he's just pissed at the coach. They're saying 66 minutes in, 2-2 on aggregate tie so far, going to extra time if this result holds. God, they're swarming them. Looks like Palencia got fouled the Alajuelense player. It's going to be a free kick for Alajuelense. Yeah, it looks like he hit him in the face with his hand. And David Martinez kind of pushed him too. I can't believe I stayed up all night to watch this. Uh-oh. 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 Ooh. Segura. Dangerous play by Segura. Out of bounds going to be a corner for Alajuelense. Very dangerous play by Eddie Segura. Wow. Very dangerous play. I don't know what he's doing. Why did he head it over the goalkeeper? Wow. You're in the UK. No, that's definitely super late. I understand. That's like what 2 in the morning right now, 3 in the morning. All right, Matarrita taking the corner for Alajuelense. Uh-oh. Ball like curved like crazy. Think some Alajuelense players were upset by playing it back to the goalkeeper because maybe they could have. Ooh, bad pass. Some space for Alajuelense. It looks like LAFC is giving Alajuelense some chances here. LAFC kind of looked tired. They looked tired in the second half. You know, we talked about elevation and stuff and how it definitely affects them in the travel. I think they gave them a little bit of that extra burst that they went all like balls to the wall for the first like 15 minutes, the first half, second half, excuse me. They scored the goal in the 6th minute of the second half, 51st minute in the game with Nathan Ordaz. And they look a little gassed to me, honestly. They look tired. Roughly 2:30 a.m. at the moment in the UK. Our clocks haven't changed yet. When does your clocks change? What month? Oh yeah, he definitely got him on the boot. That's probably a foul. What when does the time change in the UK? So many pass misses. All right, free kick for Alajuelense. Braun taking it. No, he's not. Monterita's going to take it. Beautiful pass. God, that sunk in there, dipped in there perfectly. It's going to be a foul though on Alajuelense, the 29th. Interesting. Miami champions, ole ole. I mean, we'll see how they do against Nashville tomorrow. It's going to be an interesting watch along for that game as well. We'll see how they play compared to the first leg. Nice play by Bouanga. Good defending. Is that Vanderputten? Looks like he got a cramp though. Holding his left hamstring. He put his body on the line to make sure that Denis Bouanga didn't get around him, but he looks like he's back up. It looks like he just pulled something, maybe a little tightness. It's a good tackle though. 71 minutes in, 1-1. Sonny cleared by Alajuelense. Bad touch by Segura. It's going to be a foul on Alajuelense. Going to be free kick for LAFC. I think Segura's look kind of bad in this game too. Oh, nice pass by Porches, but nice. Sonny was able to get around. Oh, or take us out of goal. Oh, good defending. Villalobos with a great takeaway. David Martinez. It's going to be deflected off the Alajuelense player. Going to be a corner, I think. Oh, no corner. I thought that went off of Alajuelense player. Man, good defending by Alajuelense, though, to take the ball away from Son Heung-min. I thought Sonny might have been able to do something there. He kept it in bounds. He's able to poke it away. Villalobos with a very good poke away. MLS and underperforming in international competitions. Name a better duo. Well, I mean, they definitely are not doing so well. I mean, I wouldn't say that they're overall underperforming. I just think it's LAFC. I think the other teams have looked pretty good. I think the fact San Diego is beating Toluca right now on aggregate is very impressive. Vanderpoon trying to hype up the crowd. Segura just is what he is. He's a defender. He'll give you nothing in the attack. Well, not only that, he's a center back too. He's playing left back when he's his normal position, center back. So I think that also plays into that, right? Vanderputten, I'd say Vanderputten should be on the radar of some MLS teams this summer. The guy's been balling out. He's looked really good against LAFC in 2 matches, 2 legs. I think that there's a couple players on this team should be on some MLS teams' radar. Vanderputten's one of them for sure. Not sure what his age is, how young he is. Let's see how young he is. Vanderputten is 21 years old. 100% I would put him on my list if I was an MLS team. He's been playing really well the last two legs. All right, corner for Denis Bouanga. 1-1, 74th minute. Oh. Outside netting, going to be a goal kick for Alajuelense. 184 people watching with us live. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you're just joining us, 184 people, make sure you smash the like button. We're at 70 likes. We're trying to hit 100 before the end of this match. So make sure you guys smash that like button if you haven't already, and also subscribe to the channel. We're 660 subs away from 13,000, and we're trying to hit 15,000 by the World Cup. Looks like Joel Campbell is coming in the 75th minute for Alajuelense. We'll see what the Costa Rican legend can do for this team in the final 15 plus minutes of this game. Curious how old Ortega is. Let's see, Ortega. He's Uruguayan too. Ortega is 31. Played in the Colombian league before he joined Alajuelense. He's been really good. I thought Washington Ortega has looked really good for Alajuelense, and so is Vanderputten. Those are probably been the two best players the entire two legs for Alajuelense. I don't even think he would need to be a U22 signing. I think they could probably get him for a fair transfer fee that wouldn't require him to be a U22. Uh-oh. Nice dummy. Sonny slipped. I think LAFC's gassed. I like Joel Campbell, former Arsenal player. Yes, he is. I think he was on Arsenal loan army, though. I don't know if he played many games. I think he did obviously play for Arsenal, but I think he was subbed out or he was loaned out several times for Arsenal in his time there. I'm not gonna lie to you, Mr. Mister. I'm growing fond of Arsenal. I've been playing with them on FC 26 a lot lately, and I've just been absolutely tearing it up with them. I think I'm like on a 10-game winning streak. Ooh, good defending. Villalobos clears it out. Tafari has been such a constant blanket in the back line for LAFC. Like he has been so good for them this year. He's honestly probably been their best. I'd say he's probably been their best player in 2026 so far. He's just been such a consistent presence back there, and he just doesn't get rattled. And he's really been good this year. I think LAFC are gassed. Oh, nice touch. Oh, too hard of a touch though. Good tackle by Porches. He was loaned out a fair bit, but once a gunner, always a gunner. I don't think I'm muted. Play FC 26. Mister, how many statues they got at Arsenal? How many they got? I know they got Thierry Henry. Do they have any other ones? They got one of Arsene Wenger. They got one of anyone else? No one will advance to away goals unless LAFC scores. If LAFC scores, it's pretty much over. If LAFC were to score this game again, then Alajuelense would have to score 2 goals to win. It's impossible for it to go to extra time if LAFC score, it's impossible for it to go to extra time. But both these teams look gassed. I mean, hell, this might go an extra 30 minutes. I mean, I don't know if I honest to God don't know if these teams can last another 30 minutes. They both look gassed. LAFC look really gassed. Chouanier was going deep. He was trying to replicate the St. Louis City magic he had, but it was deflected out of bounds. Going to be a throw in. They got Bergkamp and Tony Adams statues. Yeah, Boudry, they need to make some subs. They've only subbed, as far as I know, LAFC have only subbed out. They've only subbed out Nathan Ordaz for David Martinez, but they have not made any other substitutions yet. Boudry should come in. And take Tillman out, honestly. Still, Denis Bouanga. Yeah, I think that was an honest tangle of legs. I don't think that was a I don't think that that was a I don't think that was intentional. I think that was just a tangling of feet. Yeah, I don't think that was intentional. Let's see. Yeah, that's true. I don't think he would have got to it anyway. Ortega boots it deep. Oh, nice. Joel Campbell trying to win possession. Porteous won possession. Oh, nice pass from Chouanier to Palencia. Palencia crossing it, but Sonny's not able to get there into Ortega's hands. 10 minutes left, guys, plus added time in the second half. I always hear them say stoppage time, but I call it added time because you're adding it. Like, I don't know why. I always call it added time instead of stoppage time. God, look at the sweat too, man. They are gassed. Does Alajuelense even look dangerous anymore? Not. I mean, they've had a couple chances, but they look gassed. And Palencia called for the foul. Chouanier's down as well. Not sure what happened to him. Matarita plays it to Brand. Oh, God, he just wide left. Absolute rocket. 82 minutes in. God, he has an absolute laser. Chouanier passes out wide to David Martinez. He's got some space. He tried to cut back. He tried to cut left though and lost possession. Joel Campbell with the ball. Segura with the foul. He's already got a yellow too, so he better be careful. Free kick. Oh, oh. Campbell's shot bounced off the player, hit him again. It looked like Hernandez. He tried to attempt a bicycle kick, but it went to Hugo Lloris's hands. All right, 83 minutes in, 2-2. I'm telling you, I don't know. These teams are just hanging on by a thread. And like I said earlier, LAFC don't have a lot of depth. They do have Boudry on the bench, but outside of that, they don't really have a lot right now. So there's not a lot of quality on the bench right now for LAFC, and they look absolutely gassed right now. So this is going to be a very, very tiring extra time if it comes to that, but it looks like it's going to. Well, I'll be curious to see how much added time is put on in the second half. Valencia with the ball passes it to Delgado. God, they look so tired. some heavy legs in this game. Tillman. Oh, they're getting chippy. Push. I think it was Vanderputten that pushed Denis. Bad pass by Palencia. God, Palencia has not been good this year. Palencia has really struggled in 2026. He has not looked good for LAFC. Tillman with the ball. Safari. Pass it to Segura. Yeah, there's nobody in the box. It's like they're honestly playing keep away until the end of this game. Like there's nobody in the box. 0 players right now in the box for either teams. Well, outside of Ortega. Ortega's obviously in the box, but I just think Tyler Boyd is not very good. I mean, he's obviously fresh legs, but he's just his quality is not much quality. Uh-oh. Palencia till Delgado. Marky Delgado. Oh, he lost possession. Good God. I'd tell you what, LAFC ought to be ashamed of how bad they played this game. This has been pitiful. If they were playing a really good team right now, and I'm not talking about like an insanely it's the same team that they're just outmatched by quality wise. I'm talking like a Liga MX team or another MLS team that's worth a damn. They would be getting absolutely boat raced in this game with how bad they played. I've seen so many. I can't wait to see after this match how many turnovers they've had. They've lost possession of the ball so many times, bad giveaways, losing one-on-one. I mean, it's been horrible. '86 minutes in. I give Alajuelense more credit. They gave Pumas a challenge, and that's a Liga MX team. When was that? I thought that was I thought San Diego FC beat Pumas. God, I just can't imagine these teams playing 30 extra minutes. I just can't imagine that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Bouanga. Oh, off the crossbar, Bouanga. Gonna be out of bounds. It goes out of bounds. Gonna be a throw in for Alajuelense. Oh my God. Holy I thought he might have scored that. But I think Vanderputten fell down. Yeah, hit the crossbar. I don't know what he's complaining about. No one touched it. Valencia passes it to Martinez. Segura. Schwanier out of bounds. It's gonna be a goal kick for Alajuelense. Oh, last year. Okay. Wait, who was last year? You talking about Alajuelense beat or gave challenge to Pumas last year? Pathetic. Seriously sucks. Yeah. One sub all game for LAFC. Oh, nice back heel by Tillman. Who would have thought that? Too sunny. Offside. Wow. That looked like it was close, but so offside flag. Crosses are absolutely rubbish. Yeah, they're not been good. Yeah, I think Sony was offside by a little bit. Palencia is able to win it. Oh, out of bounds. Going to be a throw in for Alajuelense. So we got about 40 seconds left. Oh, so Boudry's coming in finally, and Ryan Hollingshead is better late than ever, I guess. So Segura's coming out for Hollingshead. Should have been done 30 minutes ago. And I'm assuming Boudry's going to come in for, let's see who he comes in for. This could be interesting. Let's see who Boudry comes in for. Oh, Tillman. Okay, so Tillman's coming off for Boudry. Okay, so Boudry comes in for Tillman, and Hollingshead is coming in for Segura. Good substitutions. Probably should have been done 30 minutes ago. Wonder how much added time is going to be for the second half. 90th minute. Let's see. Maybe 3 minutes, 4 minutes. 3 minutes. Okay. 3 minutes of add time. No one scored. It's going to go into extra time. 30 minutes extra. We got 214 people watching with us right now. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you're just joining us, 86 likes. Try to get to 114 away. If you just joined us, make sure you guys smash the like button. Also, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. More Concacaf Champions Cup coverage coming your way. 2 watch-alongs tomorrow night. Nashville SC versus Inter Miami. And then we have, good tackle there. Then we also have Toluca versus San Diego FC tomorrow night. Big games. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss those or any of my videos. Oh, bad pass by Braun. Minute 40 left and added time. Both these teams are gassed. Got to play an extra 30 minutes if no one can score. Does LAFC have the last minute heroics in them? Martinez was in space. Oh, David Martinez with a banger. Wow. David Martinez. Wow. They live to fight another day. Yep, they just won it for LAFC. LAFC just won with that. Wow. Absolutely insane. Let's watch this goal. Absolute banger by David Martinez. So much space for David Martinez. What a beautiful goal. Why wasn't he starting? Why wasn't he starting? David Martinez, the banger machine. Wow. LAFC take the lead and they've won. It's over with now. It's over with now. LAFC have won. Wow. So LAFC win. I mean, 2-1. Alajuelense would have to score 2 goals. Oh. Yeah, they'd have to score twice to win this game. Oh, good clearance by Porteous. There's the final whistle. LAFC live to fight another day. Great performance by Alajuelense, though. Great performance by them. Absolutely punched above their weight in this matchup. LAFC will face the winner of Monterrey versus Cruz Azul, and they're going to have to play a lot better than they did in this series if they want to advance from that one. Appreciate you guys for tuning in to watch this watch along with me. There'll be a post-game recap here in the next probably 20 or 30 minutes. Be on the lookout for that. Also, if you enjoyed this, make sure you like it down below and subscribe to the channel. We got more watch-alongs tomorrow night with Inter Miami versus Nashville SC. and San Diego FC versus Toluca. Want to also say thank you to our partner, FanDuel, for being the sponsor of this channel. Love FanDuel. Very grateful for them for sponsoring MLS Move. So very thankful to them. Hope you guys have a great night. We'll see you back in a little bit with our post game, and we'll definitely see you back tomorrow night live with more watch alongs. Until then, I'll see you all soon.